Hello folks, welcome to today's video. In this video, we are going to further continue our journey in looking for the ideal product for us, for our results, for our wallet. So today what I'm going to do is look at Bucked Up pre-workout and compare this one to Cellucor C4 Sport pre-workout. In another video, I have already reviewed the Cellucor C4 Sport pre-workout, so just click on the link below to see that review. The reason I chose to compare between these two products is because they have very similar, even the exact amounts from the key ingredients. So again, in this video, we're going to take a look at, first of all, Bucked Up pre-workout, and then I'm going to compare it to Cellucor C4 to show you guys how we can get, like I said, the ideal products for us, something that suits our results, our wallet, and is going to help us lose that extra weight, burn the extra fat, get in shape, have better conditioning, look better, feel healthy, everything that we want to achieve. So let's get first of all into the label of Bucked Up pre-workout, and then I'm going to compare it to Cellucor C4 Sport, and in the end I'm going to show you guys the value for money for each product, so then you can make your own decision on which one is the better suit for you. So first of all, let's take a look. We have here the label for Bucked Up pre-workout. So this one, I'm going to briefly go through all of the ingredients, and then we'll take a look at Cellucor C4 Sport and check out the amounts for each ingredient in both products. So over here, Bucked Up pre-workout, we have, first of all, 30 servings in a container. Now, the serving contains sodium, citrulline malate, beta-alanine, caffeine anhydrous, alpha-GPC, taurine, Himalayan rock salt, deer antler velvet extract, estrogen, and SAN active. So this is the ingredient list for this product. Now, the most important thing to understand here is that a lot of companies, and Cellucor and Bucked Up as well, are both guilty of it. They put in the formula a lot of ingredients in very small doses and amounts. So in these doses, these ingredients are not going to yield any results at all. So we might as well just ignore those ingredients, but I am not going to do that, and I am going to take a look at the amounts and explain to you guys which ingredient is not relevant in the amount mentioned in Bucked Up pre-workout. So first of all, when looking at both labels, Cellucor C4 Sport contains 20 servings, so 10 servings less than Bucked Up pre-workout. So first of all, regarding the citrulline malate, in Bucked Up pre-workout, you're going to get 6 grams of citrulline malate. That is a good amount for producing nitric oxide. It's good for muscle pumps. It's going to help with endurance. It's going to help get the nutrition and the oxygen to the muscles better. So over in Cellucor C4 Sport, you do get some arginine, but in a very small amount. It's only 2 grams of arginine. So not really as good as the 6 grams of citrulline malate over in Bucked Up, as well as both of these ingredients, citrulline malate and L-arginine, primarily have the same purpose, and that is to produce nitric oxide. And this is going to help, like I said, with muscle pumps and improve the blood flow to the muscles. However, citrulline malate has been proven to be more effective than L-arginine. Citrulline malate is actually a derivative of L-arginine. So when you are ingesting L-arginine, this is going to then break into citrulline in the body. So like I said, over in Bucked Up pre-workout, you are getting 6 grams of citrulline malate, which is a good amount. Over in Cellucor C4, you're getting 2 grams of L-arginine, which is not really the recommended dose for that ingredient, but it's fine. 2 grams is probably not going to yield too much results or too big of a result, but it's not bad either. 2 grams is an okay dose. Kind of weak though. Then we've got beta-alanine. So both of these products contain the exact same amount of beta-alanine. They both contain 2 grams of beta-alanine. So beta-alanine is going to help us with reducing the accumulation of lactate in the muscles, and then help us squeeze a couple of more reps and perhaps even elongate the training session. However, acutely, beta-alanine is only going to give us that tingling sensation, that itchiness. Is called paresthesia in its official term. However, acutely, beta-alanine is only going to do that, give you that itches. When you take beta-alanine every single day, it's also going to help reduce the lactate in the muscles. It's only going to do that when taken daily, but that is going to happen only in an amount of around 3.2 grams of beta-alanine. So the 2 grams of beta-alanine primarily is going to give us that paresthesia. Like I said, it's not going to do much more than that. But again, both of these products contain exactly 2 grams of beta-alanine, so it's a tie. The next one, obviously, is the caffeine anhydrous. So both of these products contain the exact same amount. It's 200 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. This is going to help with focus, with energy, with endurance. 200 milligrams is equal to more or less 2 to 3 cups of coffee. So it's going to give us that jolt of energy. Very good. Now, as far as all the other ingredients in Bucked Up pre-workout, sadly, the citrulline, the beta-alanine, and the caffeine are the only 3 ingredients which are actually going to yield any result in Bucked Up pre-workout. Because I'm going to go through the amounts for the other ingredients, and I'm going to show you guys that in these amounts, we're not really getting anything from these ingredients. So Bucked Up pre-workout has alpha GPC at 200 milligrams. So this is heavily underdosed. In 200 milligrams of alpha GPC, you are not going to experience any results, not acutely and not chronically either. The next one is taurine at 100 milligrams. So again, this is heavily underdosed. 100 milligrams of taurine is not going to do anything for you. However, Cellucor C4 Sport does contain actually 1 gram of taurine. So in 1 gram of taurine, you are getting the benefits from taurine. This is going to reduce the oxidative stress in the brain. So actually, Cellucor C4 Sport is much better dosed in the taurine. The taurine over and Bucked Up pre-workout is not going to do anything for us, basically, those 100 milligrams. So then we've got Himalayan rock salt with trace minerals at 100 milligrams. Okay, this is some electrolytes. This is going to help with muscle hydration. But again, the case in Cellucor C4 Sport, you are getting phosphorus, magnesium, chloride, sodium, and potassium and calcium. All of them are in much bigger amount than the Himalayan rock salt over in Bucked Up pre-workout. So again, both of these products contain these 2 same ingredients, but Cellucor C4 wins by far. That is the taurine and the electrolytes. C4 Sport has better doses of these two guys. The next one is deer antler velvet extract at 50 milligrams. So again, if deer velvet or deer antler velvet extract can do something, it might do something with connective tissue and cartilage and maybe stuff or things of that nature, but not at 50 milligrams. I'm sorry, this is again heavily underdosed. So essentially the deer antler velvet extract over in Bucked Up pre-workout is not going to do anything for you guys. Sorry. Then we've got estrogen. This is clinically shown to increase citrulline absorption. Okay. And then we've got Sen Active at 25 milligrams. This is just an unsupported claim. Bucked Up is claiming to Sen Active that it may increase VO2 max and athletic performance. Again, these claims are unsupported by any scientific research. So essentially, it's not going to do anything for us. So basically, again, guys, the majority of the money you're going to pay for Bucked Up pre-workout is going to go for the 6 grams of citrulline, very good, the 2 grams of beta-alanine, perfect, and then the 200 milligrams of caffeine. So most of your money in Bucked Up pre-workout is going to go for these 3 ingredients: the citrulline, the beta-alanine, and the caffeine. Very good. Now let's take a look at Cellucor C4 Sport. Again, guys, like I said, I did review this product before, so just click on the link below to see that full review of Cellucor C4 Sport. Today, I'm going to briefly go through the ingredients just to show you guys how it compares to Bucked Up pre-workout. Cellucor C4 Sport, again, has the beta-alanine, the caffeine in the same amount as Bucked Up pre-workout. However, they do have here a gram of taurine, which is going to help with reducing oxidative stress in the brain. They do have here huperzine A, which is also going to help with focus and cognitive support. It has the electrolytes, it has the L-arginine as well, it has the betaine anhydrous at 1.25 grams. Now, as far as betaine anhydrous, again, this is mostly going to help with power output. However, only in case you're taking this every day for a couple of weeks. So mind you. And you've got also the creatine nitrate at 1 gram. Now, the nitrate is going to assist the L-arginine with producing nitric oxide. The creatine in 1 gram is not going to do much, sadly. So again, Cellucor is not totally in the clear as far as just putting in ingredients which make the label look better but don't do anything in reality. So Cellucor do or are to blame for this as well as Bucked Up, putting in the formula ingredients in very low doses which do almost nothing. But again, the next thing we're going to discuss is the value for money, and we are going to see that Cellucor C4 Sport is by far the product which has the better value for money. So let's go into that. So again, guys, with Bucked Up pre-workout, the majority of the formula is going to be the citrulline, the beta-alanine, and the caffeine. So the beta-alanine and the caffeine are exactly dosed in Cellucor C4 Sport. So the only difference here really is the 6 grams of citrulline malate, but in Cellucor C4 Sport, you do get 2 grams of L-arginine plus the nitrate from the creatine nitrate. So kind of similar, not exactly the same. Now, with both products, what I've done here is I took the price with a subscription just to make the promotions be the same. So both of the prices I'm going to give you for these products are with subscription included, just to be fair for both products. So over in Bucked Up pre-workout, you are getting 30 servings for 42.50 US dollars. So that's 42.5 US dollars. That comes down to about $1.40 US per serving. The price over in Cellucor C4 Sport, in this one you are getting 20 servings for 19.8 US dollars. So that comes down to roughly $1 per serving. So right off the bat, we can see that Cellucor C4 Sport is 40 cents cheaper for each serving and is around $20 cheaper in total. So yeah, in Bucked Up you're getting more servings, but per serving, Cellucor C4 Sport is 40 cents cheaper. Now, another thing on top of the price, Cellucor C4 Sport does have the NSF Sport certification. That means that if you are a competitive athlete or a professional athlete and you are tested for banned substances, Cellucor C4 Sport is safe to use. Bucked Up pre-workout doesn't have that certificate and is not safe to use for professional athletes. Another thing here, guys, is the reputation of both companies. Cellucor C4 Sport or Cellucor, they have been in the business for more than 20 years now. So they are the more mature company, they are the bigger company, they are more reputable, they are more reliable, they have more certifications, they have more approvals. They sell their products over in Walmart and Target and GNC and wherever you go, basically. So as far as the reliability and the reputation of the company, as far as I see it, Cellucor is by far more reputable and reliable company. For the case of Bucked Up, they're fairly new. They are a family business. With both products, you are getting the same amount of caffeine, the same amount of beta-alanine, and similar amount of nitric oxide production. In Cellucor C4 Sport, you're also getting a nice dose of taurine, betaine anhydrous, and the electrolytes as well. And Cellucor C4 Sport is cheaper by far. Like I said, almost $20 cheaper, 40 cents cheaper per serving. So again, guys, I'm going to summarize this video by saying that Bucked Up pre-workout gets for me a 4 out of 10. The formula is okay, but the product is just overpriced. Again, in the case of Bucked Up, overpricing the products, putting snake oil ingredients like the deer antler, velvet extract, which makes the product look better, makes the label pop better, but essentially these ingredients, they don't do anything. Over in Cellucor C4 Sport, yeah, there are some ingredients like the creatine nitrate at 1 gram, which as well does nothing, just inflates the label. However, again, Cellucor C4 Sport is just the more economical product and is more reputable and more reliable and cleaner and certified for sport. So for me, guys, if you are looking for a basic pre-workout, something to give you that jolt of energy, Cellucor C4 Sport is by far the better product out of them both. And I think in the case of Bucked Up pre-workout, the product and the formula might be okay, but the price is just too much for me. And like I said, if I can get the same product, similar formula from another brand, which is bigger, is more of high quality, and is also cheaper, then the choice for me is easy in this case. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that in the next time, before purchasing a product, please make sure, do the research for the ingredients, for the formula, for the brand, to actually make sure that the product you are buying suits your results. Again, if it's to get in shape, lose that excess weight, burn the extra fat, feel healthier, look good. Please guys, just do your own research. We do have the tools today for making better choices regarding our nutrition and supplements and all of the stuff we purchase to get the results we want to get. So again guys, thank you for watching the video. If you have a question for me, if you want me to review a specific product of your choice, let me know in the comments below. Please like, please subscribe, and see you in the next one.